There we go. See, you guys know I'm a little bit rusty. What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to this episode of The Six. This is the very first episode of the season. I guess my opening salvo nobody heard, but that's okay. We're going to discuss R. Kelly and, of course, our modern women dateable. I forgot to unmute the big mic. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and introduce today's panel. Up first is a man who absolutely blew me away. This dude started out as a dude taking pictures at the CME. I then saw him on the Fresh and Fit podcast. This dude blew me the fuck away. I had no idea who he was. It is Miles motherfucking Cunningham. What's going on, Miles?
Hey, what's going on, Donovan? Thanks for having me, man. Respect to everybody on the panel, man. It's good to be here. And hey, man, I just appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for that. Next up on the panel is one of the sneak tip OGs of the Blankosphere. Let's go ahead and say it. Look at the Manosphere. It is Offie Kingdom. Now, Offie, off the air, you and I were talking about the fact that you've been calling my show since the MLD days.
Facts. That's facts. Man, I'm happy to be here, ready to chop game with my brothers. I'm familiar with everybody. We're gonna show brotherhood. We're gonna give out the best product, the best content, the best game, and the most charisma. Let's go.
I like it. And look, the beard game is looking good, too. The beard game is looking real good.
Oh, for sure.
Looking real good.
We ain't going to 360 him today. It's hat game today. I'll save it for later.
Hey, man. Hey, wait, hold on. Keep it real. Your lineup is looking a little raggedy, though. Is that what it is? That's what it is? That's why my hat that's why my hat is on right now, because my lineup is a little raggedy. I'm just going to keep it real. Keep it 100 with y'all. Next up, of course, is a veteran of the game and of the six. It is the Book of Alpharonomy. How's it going, man? Oh, unmute yourself, please.
You mute.
Oh, there it is. That's all right.
I had to pull one of Donovan's moves, but look, yeah, man, it's good to be on the show, man, for another season, man. Good to see the new brothers on here, man. Got a chance to chop it up with Miles down and at the CME, man, and we go way back in Alpha Villains for whatever reason. We ain't never had opportunity, man, to get on and chop it up, but now it's that time. So let's get it, man.
Speaking of Alpha Villains, the new guy really on the block, it is Alpha Villains. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Man, Donovan, salute to the panel, man.
Yes, sir.
It's an honor to be here, man. Like I said, this is a surreal opportunity for me. Like I told you behind the scenes, man, Donovan's one of the first people that kind of led me and opened my eyes to the Red Pill community. And to be on the panel with one of my mentors, Offie Kingdom, a game king, a Dr. BOA, and the ordained minister, it's an honor and privilege to be here, man. Let's get it.
Yeah, man, let's do it. One of the this was something that we were talking about off the air too. It's the longer you do this, the longer you're in this community, the I don't know, it's almost like you don't realize how long you've been doing it until you get guy after guy telling me, hey, you were my introduction to the Red Pill community. I started listening to you back when you were on SoundCloud. I'm like, wow, have I really been doing it this long? Yeah. Unbelievable. Guys, be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to all of these guys' YouTube channels. Listen, Miles Cunningham, pardon me, Alpha Villain, subscribe to all their YouTube channels, Book of Alpharonomy, Offie Kingdom. Minister Jap is on the way. I think he said his girl had some car problems or something like that, which is a little bit weird because white girls almost never have car issues. So, I don't know, that's a little suspect. We're going to have to quiz him when he gets here. We're going to have to quiz his ass when he gets here. All jokes aside, let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to talk about R. Kelly here in just a second, but the reason this show and this community exists is because of the deplorable state of modern women. I'm going to start with Miles. Miles, are modern women here in 2022 dateable? Are they worth pursuing for anything outside of a platonic relationship, and why?
Well, I think the first question to ask is, are they coachable?
Ooh, goddamn.
If they're coachable, then from there they can be vettable, and then from there they can be dateable with the intention of possibly doing a relationship. But for me, the privilege of a relationship with me has to be earned. I mean, the privilege of time spent with me has to be earned. So my first, my preliminary or prerequisites, as it were, is can she take instruction? Can she be coachable? Is she inspired to listen to a man?
Yes.
For me, once a woman shows that she doesn't have the ability to take instruction, to listen to a man, she starts to become somewhat invisible to me. Like I really don't even notice her existence, and I just keep it moving. So I believe that it's possible, but they have to be coachable first.
Okay, very good. Badboymembership.com, by the way. This this guy's part of Lucario's crew. I had no idea. I'm still blown away by that. Afi, listen, you're a man who has had plenty of experience with women, I think foreign and domestic, if I'm not mistaken. You're clearly you're clearly one hell of an artist. What is your opinion on modern women in America? Are they worth pursuing, or do they need to become what Jap likes to call passport niggas?
I'm gonna say no, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Not for the obvious reasons. Because women are exposed to game now. So
yes, they are.
Yeah, women are exposed to game. So if you're a man with no game, what's gonna happen is the women are gonna only chase the dudes with the game, and most of the guys with the game don't want the woman. Right?
That's right. That's right.
So
real talk.
It's a circle. These girls, even if back in the day, if you had like a librarian or something, or I remember I was looking at Instagram and I seen Thoughts in Africa, and I'm like, man, this shit is getting crazy.
Shit!
Now.
Wait,
they
what?
Over there, like,
wait, hold on. They're twerking. They're twerking in Africa. Are you serious?
Yeah, man. It's because of this. It's because of this internet stuff. So I'm gonna say no, because if you have game, you can try it, but you got to understand that you have to have game, because most people think that the relationships is the safe zone and you need the game to be a player. But you need the most game to have one woman, because that one woman sees you in every stage of your life. Your ups, your downs. You can't part-time. You don't part-time pimp with her. You see her all the time. She see you on all your weak moments. You done told her all your secrets, and she can get bored of you.
That's right.
It's still vice versa though. But you got to have some for real game. You got to have awareness. Like, this is the pill is a real thing, man. If you don't understand these women, bro, you're gonna get dragged and you're gonna get heartbroken, and you're gonna be searching for answers, and the answers are not gonna be there, because the answers are in your face. But you can't be untaught what you don't know. You got to keep banging your head. You feel me?
Wow,
yeah.
Very, very, very good. We'll give you a Super Mario thumbs up for that. BOA, are modern women dateable? Are they worth pursuing relationships with outside of platonic relationships? Yes or no?
Well, under certain circumstances, it's possible.
Okay.
So, kind of building off what Miles said, I narrowed that down to what kind of relationship she has with her father. Not only that, she can have a beta male simp mangina father and have a great relationship with him. But what kind of father is he? Is he gamed up? Is he alpha? Is he a man that controls the dynamic in his environment? So that's how she learns instruction. But beyond being a little girl, once she gets out of high school, that instruction shit is done.
Yeah.
If she hadn't been taught it already, then she's not going to ever learn it, because she starts to get out into the world and see what she already knows, how it engages simps and makes them give her the world. And
yes,
once she gets the world for the little bit of shit she knows, you can't tell her what she can't do or what she needs to know, because she's like, all those guys over there will give me what I want for this.
Wow.
So why would I listen to you and work hard to be with you when she believes that 5 of those guys makes one of me?
Wow.
And she doesn't realize that that shit don't work like that until she gets about 30, 35 to where I'm like, wait a minute. Now you have to make up for the fact that you've aged out and you've done all of these other things, have been with all these other men and learned all these other foolish things. Now, what's the value in me even teaching you now?
Wow.
So within a certain age frame and with that background of having that relationship, and it doesn't have to be a father, it could be a grandfather.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Some male in her life who is, and I'm talking about a close male, her father, grandfather, I don't go anywhere else. Uncles don't count. The uncles are for her cousins.
Okay.
So she learns that.
Okay.
And she is willing to, she knows that she needs to shut her mouth in order for her ears to work. Possible.
Love it, man. Very, dude. That was that's a Don DeMarco for sure. Jesus Christ. Listen, man, Alpha Villains, I don't know if there's too much meat left on the bone, but what you got on this,
I know,
man?
I'm gonna give it a shot. I think modern women are definitely dateable, only because you learn so much from them, right? Afi and I were having a conversation. Women are the best teachers, man. They really teach you why they're single. They really teach you as to what they really are and their nature, right? So when social media first came out, we were all mad about it. But now, once you kind of get over that, you realize it's a gift and a curse.
Yep.
So the bottom line is this: women are definitely dateable, because you start to realize that they are not dateable.
Okay.
And it makes you hard and it makes you learn, because we don't learn from winning, we learn from losing.
Thanks.
Yes.
Not to mention, The wall is undefeated. I said this the other day. If we know that the wall is undefeated and they will eventually come back to you, the most important thing for guys to do is to really focus on their downtime. If you're lonely, you're not getting laid, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. So by the time the bitch comes back to you,
woo, here we
now
go.
you get to choose
Here we go.
and select, and then she'll be coachable, and then she'll fucking follow your program because she has no fucking choice.
That's right. That's right. Very good. Yeah, man. Holy moly. I got to give you a Don DeMarco for that one. Hell of an opening salvo. Are modern women dateable? Man, this is a very, very tough one for me because I've been in a relationship now I've known my girlfriend now for over 6.5 years. We've been together officially for 5 years. And like, I think about what men are going through now, and I see back when I was in the game, way back in 2010, all the way up till 2017, 2018, right around the time I met Dev. I met Dev in 2016, but what guys are having to really deal with is, and we've heard this before, normally girls could only date who was around them, who's in their hometown, people they knew, et cetera, but now because of the smartphone, not only has the sexual market place been deregulated, the world is flat. Everybody has access to everybody, and dude, you could be Chris fucking Hemsworth. There is someone out there who is better than you. Now, if you're Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, or one of these, quote unquote apex alpha males who can fuck any bitch he wants, that's fine. But those are the men that these girls are seeking out. Average women do not want average men anymore. Does that make them undateable? It just about does. Women are dateable just like what Offie says, as long as you have game. And a lot of people watch this kind of stuff. People, I don't want to play games. And listen, man, women are playing the fucking game. And guys who say, well, I don't want a woman who plays games. Guess what, man? Then you don't want a woman. And it's not that you're playing games back and forth. Women are designed to test you in many different ways. And if you show an ineptitude in passing those tests, then you will be taken advantage of. This is an adage as old as time itself. Now, maybe the landscape and the environment has changed. Women haven't changed in 100 million millennia. I don't even know if that's even a number, but women have always been the same. Eve was the one who ate from the tree of life. And I'm not really an overly religious guy, but if that shit really was true, and I hope that it is, if not, I'm going to hell. But Eve was the one that fucked up first. The serpent had more game than Adam, and he ended up seducing Adam's wife. You know what I'm saying? And so, and then of course we go back to the 1950s. Even though they were the doting, dutiful housewives and the June Cleavers and the Donna Reeds and all that, those women still needed drama in the form of soap operas. Way back in the day, wars were fought over women. Helen of Troy, David and Bathsheba. Women have been the downfall of many, many great and powerful men over the years, quite simply because they do not know how they really operate. Terrence Popp says this all the time. She loves me. Are women really capable of love? I don't know, but they're very good at mimicking the art of love. And this really, really is what really trips a lot of guys up. Women are capable of pretending to be in relationships, but as we all know, man, any woman, including my own, is a slut if you meet her on the right day. You just have to know how to handle women, not only just on a surface level. You got to know what they're thinking. You have to know what they're doing. You have to know what they're going to do before they do it. And to close this out, a lot of guys might think, oh my God, women are these complicated. No. Women are as simple as a fucking dinner table. You just have to know how to work within the bounds of the sexual marketplace. So long as you can do that, it's really about what not to do more than what to do. At that point, the sky's the limit. Yeah, go ahead. You got it, B.O. Go ahead.
I think the main problem is, I noticed that all of us have said, that this is how women are. You must know this about women.
Yes.
More so than know it, you motherfuckers have to accept it.
Yes.
Like,
that's
you
right.
know it already, but you want to keep telling yourself, well, no, I'm going to find that one. Yeah, you're going to find that one who turns out to do the same thing the rest of them.
That's right.
Like, you just got to wrap your mind around that. And if you can't, bro, you might just need to go monk.
Not only that, BOA, think about how guys talk to each other in the locker room, right? Before this whole red pill, guys spit real shit in the locker rooms and cigar lounges at the barbershops, right? I think BOA is right. I think most guys understand the game because we're men. Men, we inherently know and understand what it takes to be a man and what's attractive to us as men. But what our culture has done is it's really sort of it's really cut us off at the nutsack. So yeah, most men know what's really going on. They just can't really admit it out loud. Did somebody else have something to add to this? I thought I saw it in the private chat, or am I just imagining things? Okay, very good. Super chats coming in hot and heavy. Jimmy in Dallas with the $6 super chat says the 6 returns. I appreciate that very much. Uncomfortable Truth, $5 super chat says safe to say the red pill is going mainstream. Kevin Samuels helped break through, and Andrew Tate is on that same wave. Get ready, gentlemen. Yeah, that is absolutely true. Tony Acasio, member for 5 months, says your book of womanese is 100% true. Appreciate that very much. JBlaze11 with the $5 super chat says we are living in a narcissistic society. It's ruined modern women. They only ask what a man can do for them instead of asking what can I for him. That's a very good, astute observation. ProMan1, $5 says Cleopatra destroyed a 10,000-year empire in 20 years. Unbelievable. Let me start with Miles. Why is it that women seem to be the one weakness that has plagued the masculine condition over the years? It is always, listen, empires fall and kingdoms fall, and it's always because of a woman. Listen, Anne Boleyn seduced King Henry VIII. Just like Cleopatra, David and Bathsheba, Samson and Delilah, it's always a woman. Why is it, Miles, that women tend to be the Achilles heel of even great men?
Because it's a woman's nature. It's a woman's nature.
Okay.
To be that persuasive force.
Okay.
And here's what I mean. So it's a man's like task in life to either discover or find or create resources, and then build structure and infrastructure to be able to execute, the benefits of all those resources.
Yes.
Right. It's a woman's job and a woman's challenge to find a point of access to those resources.
Okay.
So once then the point of access is a man. You understand?
That's
so
right.
Now it's her job to figure out how to either stroke egos or use sex or use her physical prowess and use different promise, like the promise of me, bringing forth your seed, the promise of her purpose, which is to bring the next generation in, to allow her access to these resources.
Yes.
Now, what I think is that a lot of men believe in the myth that we don't have control over our lust. You understand? Because you'll hear an old head in the barbershop. He'd be like, man, when the bitch put it on you, man, ain't nothing you can do.
Yeah, right.
Hey, man, you just got to hold on for dear life. And when the nut come, my nigga. What I'm saying is,
all right,
not everybody's like that, and I'm not 100%, right?
Sure.
But what I'm saying is, it's a good 90-something% of the time I come when I want to.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a good, but here's the thing. When we're talking about the average man, even a lot of those kings were in some respects were average men.
Yes, they were.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so the woman was able to use, her vagina, her feminine energy to overpower the logic, because a lot of with us as men, right? We're very straightforward. We're very logistical. So in a lot of ways, we can be easy to figure out as far as patterns and paradigms.
Sure. Yeah.
And then the woman knows how to finagle and get into that, because she's looking at emotion. She's looking at lust. She's looking at feeling. She's looking at sensation. She's looking at ecstasy. She can use so many different other like points of entry to infiltrate our focus, so to speak.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So a lot of men, even men in high positions, are still average men when it comes down to it.
Yes.
You understand? So to all the way down to the carnal areas of choosing when to nut. If a man doesn't have control over that, then ultimately a woman can have control over him.
Wow. Very nice. Yeah. Jap talks a lot about dick discipline. And I think that's exactly, there you go. I think that's exactly what you just described. A lot of guys just sort of, and don't get me wrong, we all want to fuck hot bitches until we kick the bucket. But I mean, really for like 7.5 minutes of pleasure every 5 or 6 days, you're willing to risk it all? And I agree with you. There are a lot of kings and titans of the industry who are masters of the universe in the boardroom, except for when it comes to their women. It happens every time. Afi, let me ask you, let me come at this from another angle. There seems to be a growing amount of women who really and truly believe that they can do it without men. Men have done we have done such a fantastic and thorough job civilizing the world that there are actually women out here who honestly believe that they can survive without us. Why is that?
I gotta
Go on, tell it.
I gotta, for one, bro, because I'm telling you guys in the chat, a lot of these women are bisexual. That's for one.
Yes, sir.
For two, they got these toys that's putting they getting super comes.
Yep.
And getting put out of there.
That's
they
right.
get the super comes. They get the super comes with the flower, and then they get the validation from the internet.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So they get the cream and the team. You feel me? Right? They get the cream and the team. So and then it's popular. It's not before, like, married women would look at single women like, oh, you still single? But now it's reverse.
Oh, yes, it is.
The women that are single know the secret, and the secret is being submissive to your man.
There you go.
And the reason why women don't know the game is because they don't know finesse. And the finesse part is when you make a man feel like the man and the leader, he wants to give you back his positive energy and his leadership. You see, women think they ask and you receive, but that's the language that they speak.
Yes.
Women speak a different language than we speak. Just like women, they talk with our hearts. We talk with our heads.
That's right. That's right. So, no, I like that. That makes perfect sense. Somebody in the chat said He-Man was a simp. Skeletor kept his woman in check. Yeah, I think that an apt comparison, and we're going to come to BOA after this, is Superman versus Batman. Superman is the simp. Batman is the motherfucking player, right? Clark Kent ain't got nothing on Bruce Wayne. And I'm going to tell you what, Superman's lucky he's Superman. Otherwise, his ass would be as dead as a doornail. But keep this in mind. This is the difference, and this is the difference between a lot of men and Batman and Superman. The reason why Batman has to be, the reason why Batman is smarter than Superman is because he has to be. Superman can just fly in and just start tearing shit up because he's invincible. They can hit him with nukes and bullets and all that. Superman or Batman doesn't have that luxury. He's got to outsmart the villains. He has to train his body, things of that nature. Consequently, this also helps in his romantic life. Spider-Man, Batman has to be so smart and cunning with the enemies that he's also smart and cunning with these fucking Gotham City hoes. Superman, he's got one-itis. He's been fucking Lois Lane since 1956.
Right.
Seriously, name another bitch that Superman has ever fucked.
Right.
I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? Bruce Wayne is fucking bitches right now. The point is that you want to be like Batman. Nobody's invincible. Nobody is fucking Superman. And even if you are, Superman is invulnerable. But I'll tell you what, man, the one person that could make Superman actually want to off himself is Lois fucking Lane. And dude, you do not want to be in that position. You never ever want to be at the behest of a woman's whims. No way. BOA, what are your thoughts? I'm gonna continue the thought with Afi Kingdom. What are your thoughts on the reasons why? What do you think it would take for some women to really understand just how important men are? Because there was a show, I think on Netflix. It was called Y, as in Y chromosome. There was some disease that was only killing people with Y chromosomes, the men. I think in 3 hours, the power grid shut down. It was like this whole crisis. Would it take like an existential crisis like that for women to have to really appreciate men? Because we know that's not really going to happen. Not really. Or is it going to take maybe like a seismic shift or some sort of paradigm shift in the minds of a woman? Or are we going to have to blow it all up to start all over again?
That's me or Afi? Me?
No, that's you. I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad.
I think the problem is, and it's real simple, and I've been saying this since I've been on this platform, motherfuckers got to start applying principles to the way they do
Real
it.
talk.
Now, I'm not talking about try to turn into a man that got women out there selling their body. I'm talking about when you think about a man who has 10 women, all in the same environment, they know he has them all, and they all still go out and bring him value back every damn night. The problem is men are not making women show value. And it can't just be us on this panel.
Real talk.
It's
Yes.
got to be 60, 70, 75% of men have to start making women show value outside of the box.
Facts.
Because the box only has value, truly has value, when she can honestly say, you know, you're the first one I'm giving this month.
That's the only way. Only way, man.
It has the same amount of, a woman who's been with 3 men has the same amount of value as a woman who's been with 10.
Unbelievable.
It doesn't matter. So I think the problem is men don't value themselves enough to say, wait a minute, I'm so damn valuable that you just being beautiful, it's just good enough for me to say hello.
There you go.
Now, for us to move further, I'm going to have to see more value in you, and I'm not giving you anything that you don't earn.
There you go.
Nothing. I'm talking about a text, talk.
Let's
Damn,
go.
still coming to my crib, man. You know, man, I stayed where I'm at now, man. I was here for 3 years before a woman ever got inside the damn door.
Damn right.
And I ain't monk. I ain't living monk. Now I've been to a lot of their crib, but coming in here, no, you gotta earn this. And I think the problem is men spend all this time in their lives. You gotta put all this effort, energy, time, focus. You gotta do without some shit. You gotta live this dedicated life where you're not having fun. Everybody else is having fun. You spend all that time, effort, and energy to build everything you got, man, and you just give a woman access to that shit because she looks good.
Right.
Come on, man, get the hell out of here.
Fucked up.
So I think the problem is men have to understand beauty is what you deserve to have from a woman.
That's right. Ooh, yeah, I like
That's how
that.
she gets in the door. What you gonna walk up to a woman who look terrible? No,
of course not.
So beyond that, she has to show you value. And I'm not talking about the shit your wife did for you 3 years ago. No, what she's doing in 2022 for you.
Let's go.
And that way, you keep her busy. You keep her mind going. She understands that, okay, this man is so amazing. He's got all of this alpha energy. I love to be around him. I'm becoming better being around him. From the time I met him, I've been becoming better. And I've improved more in the past 3 months with him than I have in the past 3 years. I got to have this in my life.
There you go.
And you as a man can never let your emotion get so deep and so attached to the woman that you forget that. It's over at that point.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's over before it began. Alpha villains, man. What are your thoughts on what BOA said in terms of making a woman earn her position? Because it's just like BOA said. Dude, honestly, man, most niggas out here are ready to give a bitch a ring just because she has a big booty. That's it. Like off rip. Like they're ready to wife a bitch up. Dude, never mind she's got 5 kids by 6 different niggas, right? And that's exactly what I said. No, she's got a big booty. She deserves a ring. Why aren't men making women earn their position when it's clear that they should be doing this?
Absolutely. You know, the thing is this. Women are always saying, you know, I'll be submissive when I meet the right guy.
Oh my God. Conditional.
Yeah, bitches are not marketing themselves properly.
Nope.
They're marketing themselves to each other as opposed to marketing themselves to a potential good man.
Yes, sir.
And men, because the content is available, we kind of know what we're looking for. So at the end of the day, we're not enforcing that. I'm in Miami, BBLs, fucking. The bitches on Fresh and Fit, I see them every day. Right. So my point is this: when men have to see. Listen, we were talking about this. Women know men better than men know themselves. Why is that? Because they know what fucking makes us tick. And the content is fucking available, right? Kevin Samuels, Fresh and Fit, mainstream. So now the bitches got the game. They know if they fucking shake their ass and shit, you guys are going to have not dick control. So the point is this. Men, we can change this whole shit. If men get in unison, I don't give a fuck if you don't like this person, you don't agree with this person. The bottom line is this. We already know bitches ain't shit until you make them shit.
That's right.
So if we all stand together and let these bitches know that we're not liking your pictures, we're not giving you free validation, you got to earn shit, bitches will fall in line. Why? Because bitches get desperate.
Yes.
So
yes, they do.
At the end of the day, women are not marketing themselves properly. They're marketing themselves to each other to impress each other. They're like fucking zombies.
Right. They don't give a fuck about men.
They don't give a fuck about men because there's no incentive in that.
Right,
They'd rather impress their single mother, impress their toxic friends, than impress the nigga that's paying for their rent.
God damn, man.
So this is the shit. This is the shit we got to focus on. So at the end of the day, we need to stand together. Whatever you like, we all know, we can all agree on one thing for most of us. Bitches ain't shit until you make them shit. So we got to make sure that they earn it, their spots, and whatever they want, we give them.
Afi, what you got, man?
Just real quick, it's a mindset hat thing, and I learned this as a teenager, right? As about my first couple of bodies was girlfriend relationships,
right?
And I got a little older, I figured out a key thing that changed my life, and that is that women like sex just as much.
Damn
and
right.
if more.
Yep.
And I'm really saying more, but I don't feel like the debate. Just we'll go with even or more.
Right.
And so once I figured that out, I got my nut off of power.
Yes, sir.
So the power and control is how I got my nut. And so for a quick hack for you guys who are dating, it's just a quick little thing you can do, and it's just this: when you got to have the sex control, because you got to look at sex. For one, you need to look at sex as a reward because it's something that they like.
Right.
Something that they like, you reward them when they do something that you like.
That's right.
Just
That's
like
right.
Kids. You want the pizza party, you got to get the stars up first.
That's right. That's right.
Before the pizza party.
Women like sex too. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get it twisted. Women act like they're doing you a favor by letting you hit the... No, bro. Like, you like the dick too. Don't front.
Right.
And the last thing is don't look at sex as you're getting vagina. You are giving. You're not receiving. And that's the whole change around. You're not receiving her. She's receiving you.
That's right. Right.
So like I say, I don't get pee. I fuck bit. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
That's
right. Right.
So that's the vibe. But that's also an energy too. So even if you don't say that out your mouth, if that's the way you really feel, a woman can pick up on that, and she will give you a different little dose just off the energy introduction alone.
Real talk. Listen, women don't fuck men. Men fuck women. A nail doesn't hammer a hammer. A hammer nails a nail. The car doesn't drive you. You drive the fucking car.
Let's go.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, a lot of these dudes out here get this shit backwards. And it's just like Alpha Villain said. We got to band together. You want to know why cars are expensive? Because we keep fucking paying for them. That's why. You want to know why bitches ain't shit? Because we keep committing to bitches who ain't shit. And here's something, and I'll end it with this because we got to move on to the next topic here. The thing is this, man, and it's just like Alpha Villain said. We got too many bitches out here talking about, well, I'll be submissive for the right man and da-da-da-da-da. Look, man, bitches need to understand that there are more of them than there are of us. Because here are the facts. The average woman would not fuck with the average man, but the average man would absolutely fuck with the average woman. There are more women available than men available to them. Men know this. Women know this. Men do not. Yet women are around here acting like they've got all the leverage. Women need us. Listen, check this out. There is nothing that a woman can provide us that we can't go and buy something somewhere else. We can go to Nye County, Nevada and buy pussy. I could jump on Upwork right now and hire a maid. I can hire a woman for every one of my needs. But I'll tell you something, a woman cannot pay a man enough to retire her. And that's what they really need to understand. Women do not get this. And I'll end it on this. Not enough men are making women audition for the role. There are women out here who are talking about, well, he's going to get girlfriend benefits until he makes me his girlfriend. I'm not going to give him wife benefits until he makes me his wife. I'm sorry. Since when do they give away parts on Broadway to bitches who ain't auditioned for shit? Since when are they giving $20 million movie roles to actors who haven't auditioned for the part? So let me get this straight, Ma. You want a part that you haven't auditioned for? You expect me to give you the part, and then I got to take the chance on paying you for that part, and you actually completing the film when y'all bitches can't even complete the SAT exam. What makes you think that I think I'm going to take a chance on that? Guys, you have to make a woman audition for the role. Before you give her the role of girlfriend, you got to make sure she can prove that she's a girlfriend. Too many dudes are giving away Broadway parts without any auditions, and that's what's getting dudes tripped up. Tony Acasio, $5 super chat, says, I purchased all 5 of your Womanese books. When is your Book of Womanese Volume 6 coming out? There are no more Womanese books coming out. There are 615 translations. I could probably write 6 more, but we're going to move in another direction. But I'll keep you updated on that, Tony. Barato Jacko, $2 says, they survive because physical strife is minimal here. That's exactly right. That is part of us civilizing the world. We civilize the world so that women can operate in it. And surprise, surprise, they think that they can operate in it without us. Jimmy in Dallas with the $2 super chat says, why The Last Man actually based on a comic book? I did not realize that. Let's quickly go around the panel before we do the R. Kelly thing and talk a little bit about Kevin Samuels. As you guys all well know, Kevin Samuels was one of my best friends, man. And I was telling you guys off the air, I haven't even had time to really deal with his death. Just give me just sort of a quick salvo on if you had any interactions with Kevin, what he meant to the community. I'm going to start with Miles. What did the loss of Kevin Samuels mean to this community and the Black community at large?
Well, you know, I'll say this. I've always been one to kind of respect and show reverence to my elders. And one thing about Kevin is that he said too much shit that I agreed with.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when somebody just says too much shit where it's like, man, I don't agree with everything, but I gotta fuck with you though. Like, because I can sense that a lot of stuff that he said was directly from his experience as a man on this earth. And let's be honest, like he had more years than all of us.
Yeah.
You understand? Yes, so even though you may not agree with all the nuances, you had to look at what he was saying and realize, yo, that is an elder taking his time to really put out serious information and game. And he started out, you know, trying to talk to the men, then he crossed over talking to the women. And a lot of the stuff he was saying, it's like I felt the pain for the women because I know. Yeah, man. I know that shit hurts. I know, like when he says it and you hear it and you like, because and looking at what you know about women these days, it's like, you know, he just stuck the knife in and twisted it. But at the same time, it's like, baby, that's your medicine.
Right.
If some of y'all could really just take the time to realize that that's your medicine, it could be better, but you know, they not. And then, so you just watch the train wreck. But I never got to interact with the brother, but you know, like I said, I just really respected him as an elder, and to nitpick at what I didn't agree with was very minuscule compared to what I did agree with. You see what I'm saying?
Good stuff. Afi, what about you, man?
Oh, I'm sorry, real quick.
Oh, no, go ahead. You got it.
And I just want to say too, that his meteoric rise, let's all of us have to be appreciative.
Yes.
All of us in this space and in this market, we have to be appreciative because his ability, his meteoric rise and his crossover ability brought so many new eyes to the space.
That's right.
It made a lot of eyes that wouldn't have seen us see us because of Kevin Samuels and what he did. So that's another thing I wanted to add.
Yeah, I agree. Kevin Samuels was an industry, and we all reap the benefits, whether it's directly or indirectly. So I agree with that. Afi, what do you got on Kevin Samuels?
Kevin Samuels is a legend, and I patterned my YouTube journey somewhat after his because I know how long it took him to get where he was.
Yeah, man.
I'm at this 5 years. I ain't where I wanted to get, but 5 years in where he wasn't where he wanted to get.
Right.
And he wouldn't have got to where he got if he would have stopped at there 5 years.
Right.
Before 4 years going past. So I matched that. Watching Kevin Samuels too introduced me to the $500 super chat because I didn't know what such thing until I seen him start getting them. I'm like, wait a minute, super chat go to 500?
Man,
I thought it was the brand was the max.
Shit.
And Ike was over there busting it. Shout out to Ike over there busting it down. He introduced me to that big money.
Real talk.
And then last, Kevin Samuels is a G. See, y'all don't know because a lot of people don't have finesse type personalities. Like,
yeah, man.
You do you understand how much of that triggering stuff? You think it happens on accident? That's genius level game.
Facts.
That's genius level game to be able to trick, predict, and trigger and still make yourself look a certain way. People be looking at it, but they don't even know everything that's going on. Right. I promise you, they don't. But he's a little gangster because I remember back in the day when C Boogie used to do the panels.
Yeah, I was
on panels with him, and we had conversations. And this is before Kevin Samuels blew up.
Was Kevin Samuels? So
he was. Well, no, but he was just the suit guy.
Right.
So I was like, well, this suit guy got some fucking gangster shit he was talking.
Man. Yeah.
And I remember ARC was on there too, and they was talking about the sexual underwear, and he was talking about fraternities. I was like,
yes, sir.
Okay, this guy knows his shit. And he wasn't even really talking game then. He was just a fashion shoot. And then I remember later on, like, see, I already knew this nigga. My bad. I already knew he had the shit.
You can say nigga. It's all right. It's all right. We all black here. One thing that I will say before I go to BOA about Kevin Samuels is the knock on Tommy Sotomayor was that, well, he's too brash. He's abrasive. It's not what he said. It's how he said it. Guess what? Kevin got the same criticism. But Kevin was as smooth as a silk suit, and the bitches still had a fucking problem with it. Kevin was a velvet hammer, man. He was a velvet hammer. He was undefeated on these bitches. He was like Floyd Mayweather in the ring, like he's fighting on radar. But just like Miles said, women don't want to take that medicine. And listen, guys like Derek Jackson, Steve Harvey, Dr. Phil, those guys they figured out early on that it is far more profitable telling women what they want to hear than telling women what they need to hear. Yeah. Kevin became a superstar telling women what they needed to hear despite all the hate and all the criticism. BOA, Kevin Samuels, man, did you have any interactions with him, and what do you think how do you think his loss resonated throughout the Black community?
Yeah, we chopped it up a couple of times, man, and
okay.
We actually planned to do a collaboration in ATL once, man. We ended up catching COVID.
Oh,
and,
shit.
So we had planned, we didn't talk about it, man, but we had planned to do something else down in Miami.
Okay.
And, sometimes, man, I was busy, he was busy. We just couldn't put it together the way we wanted to, man. And so I wasn't going to speak on it, man. But I'll say this, man. One of the great things that he did was one of the things I do with my women all the time. I keep her so confused, she feel like she's being abused.
Damn right.
So when you think about what he did, all he did, women felt like they were being abused.
Yeah, right.
Felt like he was abusing them. Because he just kept them so confused. Like, how are you telling me this in this way? I'm mad about it, but I know it's true.
Right.
But I can't be mad about it because you're saying it in a nice way, but the words are so damn harsh. Like, that's confusion for a woman, man. And I love to see it. When you keep her so confused, she feel like she's being abused. Then when you bring her back around and sit her down and say, but I mean, you know what abuse is. And I tell women this all the time. When I keep them confused, like they'd be like, "You mentally abusing me. You're doing something." I mean, come on. You've been something.
There you go.
You've been abused before. You know what that feels like. You know this is not that. And that's kind of like, that's what our pushback was for the women who said, "Oh, he's so mean and he's so brash." And I tell you another thing he did, and a lot of men are going to be upset about this. When you get your money right, it makes a difference in the power effect that you can display with women.
It does.
It does. It makes a huge difference, man. And so that's one pushback that he got from guys. And I was like, nah, it's not just about the money, but when you take all the things you built yourself on and you add a couple hundred racks to it, boy, you become a different kind of boss at that point.
Real talk.
And so I think men can't leave that out. And guys say, she gonna submit to me even if I'm homeless. Okay, lose everything and go try it, folks.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, I feel like, man, and I say this, and then we go ahead and get the Alpha Villain. I feel like the pandemic and Kevin Samuels' content strategy change was a perfect storm. Because when he popped off, when he got into the heat of it, everybody was stuck at home.
That's right. That's right.
So we were stuck at home working, while he was stuck at home working, and everybody else was stuck at home listening. So as he rose, we all got some shine off that, man.
That's right.
Reality of it. So no matter how you felt about it, you got to look at your bottom line right now and say, that brother affected my bottom line in a positive manner.
Real talk. Before we go to Alpha Villains, Afi, you said you look like you've got something?
Yeah, just real, because I
go ahead, man.
heat up. Just real quick. You guys need to go back and watch Kevin Samuels, because this master level game, when you just look at just for one thing, he understands the power of mastering a woman's ego. If you have game in that, you master a woman's ego, you are literally in control of her.
That's right.
So I'm just saying, so y'all just go back, just ha, he, forget that part. Forget the laughs and the roast, just go back. He literally when you know what a woman cares about and what she wants and what she feels insecure about, that's how you have her.
Yeah, he was brilliant, man. He used to push those buttons. It was a thing. He used to dunk on these bitches night in and night out, and nobody could get enough. It was incredible. It was incredible.
Right.
Alpha Villains, Kevin Samuels, man.
Listen, man, I never had any interaction with him, but I think Kevin Samuel was a vessel.
Okay.
He was the messenger, man. You know what I mean? He was saying things that all of us have probably said, but weren't able to resonate or hit the mark with the woman, and it wouldn't be well received as well as Kevin Samuel was able to convey it. I think a lot of us forget, man, and me being an aspiring content creator, you know what I mean, still wet behind the ears, man. It's a very difficult thing to try to appease to everyone while telling the truth and reach some type of success.
Jesus, don't I know it?
You see the front of the suits, but you didn't get to see all the arrows in the back and the knives in the back of him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, Kevin Samuels opened up a lot of doors for us, and he was a messenger. And I don't necessarily. It's unfortunate that he was gone so soon.
Jeez, yeah,
but
man.
I think if we did agree with him and we know what his mission was, it's up to us to kind of uphold what he was trying to do overall, as far as improving is concerned. Put our own name on it and put our spin on it, and kind of help keep his legacy alive. Because at the end of the day, whether you like them or not, Kevin Samuel was doing what we are all trying to do and convey truth.
Mhm.
I don't give a fuck if you label it red pill, black pill, game, all this shit. At the end of the day, it's truth. And whatever you guys label it, just like we've been saying, you guys are having a hard time, like BOA said, you guys are having a hard time accepting the truth. You're looking from women to figure out and give you a different version of the truth. The truth is inside you, but you got to accept it. So Kevin Samuel was one of the few people that can really convey that message, man. So RIP to Kevin, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, real talk. Let us seamlessly transition to the R. Kelly situation. So R. Kelly was recently sentenced to 30 years in prison. Listen, love R. Kelly's music. He deserved, and listen, man, I'm pro-male, and you know about false EPAR accusations and all that. R. Kelly deserves to be in jail. He was absolutely a predator. Listen, and it's just like Michael Jackson. You got to separate the man from the art. Michael Jackson, as a man, did some questionable things that I'm not going to talk about. R. Kelly did some really, really fucked up things. He 1000% deserves to go to jail. That being said, these court documents were recently released. I think they were released about a week ago. And these were text messages between a mother and one of R. Kelly's victims. So let me just read this here quickly and we'll go around the panel. It says, Jane traveled independently to meet the defendant, R. Kelly, in Stockton, California, where he was performing May the 1st of 2015. She stayed in contact with her mother the entire time. At one point, Jane Doe explained to her mother how she ended up going to Stockton to see R. Kelly's performance. It says, quote, I told you, he asked me, did I want to come to his show? And I said, of course. And he said, okay, then let's pack this stuff up. He was even putting his stuff in my bag. Jane and her mother remained in constant communication before the defendant's show. Jane's mother instructed her about what to wear and made suggestions about how she should behave at the defendant's show. Quote, I would blow him little kisses and wink at him and bite the tip of my finger, mess with him real good, do something seductive, then make a silly face, LOL. Jane and her mother continued to text throughout the defendant's performance. At one point, Jane and her mother exchanged the following texts. Jane, he's singing this whole show to me. Mom, LOL, too funny. Jane says, for real, LMAO, this man in love. Do you guys see what's happening here? This woman and her daughter were playing R. Kelly, Mr. King of R&B, the Pied Piper, multimillionaire. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have the game, you become a target. OMG, mom says, you gonna marry him and have his babies? LOL, my son-in-law gonna be older than me, too dang funny, LMAO. Let's go to the next page. Well, you better get signed first, then married second. He gonna seduce you tonight. LOL, says Jane. Mom says you have to give him a massage before he go to bed. Jane says LMAO, no, I doubt it. Mom says, girl, you better, or he will get someone else too. Holy fucking shit. These people know that Robert Sylvester Kelly is a sexual predator. This man preys on young women. And again, you guys know me. I'm not Mr. Feminist or anything like that. But what R. Kelly did was reprehensible, man. Like, you can't hurt children. But for this mother to coach her daughter on how to get under R. Kelly so as to get signed and or married and have his babies, I honestly could not believe what the fuck I was seeing. Listen, Miles, I'm gonna start with you. What do you think of this? Are you surprised, or is this just, par for the course?
Okay, well,
that's tough, ain't it?
One thing I want to talk about is Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yes.
She is, for those that don't know, she's the girlfriend of the Epstein fellow. I think his name is Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Right.
That's right.
Now,
yep.
It's a documented fact that this lady, Miss Maxwell, she helped to run the sex trafficking ring with Epstein for scores of politicians and celebrities. So they were trafficking young girls for politicians and celebrities over years. Now, Jeffrey Epstein supposedly either got murdered or killed himself in jail, right?
Right.
Now, Miss Maxwell was only sentenced to 20 years in prison.
Wow.
Okay, for sex trafficking, and she's being held up at a minimum security prison, a well-known minimum security prison in Connecticut.
Jesus.
Okay, now Mr. R. Kelly, on the other hand, I mean, we know what he did.
That's
but
right.
We also have evidence that a lot of the parents pushed these girls to R. Kelly.
That's
we
right.
know this.
That's right.
And mind you, it was, you know, for the most part, it was it's not like R. Kelly was running a trafficking ring to distribute females to other guys in the R&B industry and all this stuff.
Absolutely.
Mostly, you know, the bottom line we speaking is R. Kelly was just trying to get what he wanted to get for himself.
Sure.
However perverted it was, whatever. The fact is, it was really just him and the females that he was dealing with.
Absolutely.
He gets 30 years plus $100,000 fine, plus I think another like 5 to 10 years of
unbelievable
probation if he ever comes out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So so what I want to say is that there's definitely either some type of double standard or somebody's not being fair with the with the sentencing in this situation. I really feel like R. Kelly got, shafted. I think he got over sentenced. I think they should have looked more into his psychological issues because it's also documented that he was abused as a child sexually and otherwise.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think there's so many reasons why the case should have went a little bit different, for the fact that he got 30 years and somebody else who was clearly reportedly running a real sex trafficking ring, which included scores of people.
Yes.
Only got 20 years.
Yeah, children as well, like school-age children. Yeah, absolutely. Right.
And he got a full 30 years plus a whole bunch of other stuff added to his sentence. But I'm a fan of R. Kelly, and I just feel real bad for his psychological issues, his lack of game, and the fact that he got shafted so bad, and they sentenced him like so heavily. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it could have been different.
No, I agree. I think that there was definitely a discrepancy in the sentencing. The lady that ran the Epstein ring, she should be in maximum security prison. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be opposed to switching their sentences. Listen, R. Kelly deserves to go to jail, but the other lady, I mean, we're talking about children.
Yes.
I mean, we're talking about kids, boys and girls. Listen, man, I'm not a religious person at all, but I just can't understand how a God would allow that to happen. I just don't understand how that could happen. So yeah, I'm with you on the discrepancy in the sentencing. I definitely think he got railroaded in that regard. Afi, what are your thoughts on Jane Doe's mother?
I don't have no remorse for him going to jail, bro, because I'm gonna say that I'm gonna get on her too, but he was, because I was like in high school when he was doing that stuff with Aaliyah, and when I thought he was gross back then when they came out with her age.
Yeah,
he got caught up. He got caught, like I remember them pornos, them tapes. That was like the hot thing on the block. Like
the sex tape. Oh yeah,
laughing I remember just being like, R. Kelly, you my dog, but that's you.
Right.
And this is in the 90s.
Yep. I don't see nothing wrong.
He got a pass and came out and was still doing stuff.
Yeah.
Raising R. Kelly, like after all of that, he still was doing more stuff. So throw away the key. As far as the girl, the mom, that just shows you about the ego.
There it is.
The woman didn't get a chance to learn to live her life, so she gonna live her life through her daughter. She gonna live it through the daughter.
Oh,
and the daughter, mother is queen. See, women sometimes raise. See, y'all don't know this, and sometimes y'all dealing with women, and you wonder why she tell you one thing and another thing happened. Because she got a mama that's single in her ear.
That's what that is. Yeah.
Yeah, she got a single mama in her, not her mama, a single mama in her ear. She coaching her. So yeah, she wants to benefit. She knows she too old to do it, and she knows if she coached the daughter to do it, she gonna benefit because mom is her master. She trained the daughter like that. That's because any mother-daughter interaction ain't gonna go like that.
No, hell no.
These are the type of mother-daughter who are friends.
Yeah, that's not a healthy, and it's interesting moms are really looking to be friends with their daughters, and just like you said, not only that, living vicariously through their daughters, leading their daughters astray, and sometimes even competing with them for the same men. You can't trust moms like that. You absolutely can't do that. BOA, what are your thoughts on R. Kelly, man?
Man, as I thought about this, and I come from I'm from the gutter, man. I'm from the gutter. So you had to pour my cereal out in the big bowl to make sure roaches went in the box, man. I come from the gutter.
Right.
Big rats in the house, shit, man, motherfucking, people getting killed, and I come from the gutter.
Right.
And what I realized young is that there's two kind of people in the world. There's the person who has a price, and there's the person who pays the price.
Oh, wow.
Now, they say everybody has a price. That's true. But not everybody can pay the price.
Right.
So if you can't pay the price, then you're going to be taken advantage of by the people who can pay your price.
Whew, wow.
And so when you look at that,
holy
people
shit.
who can't pay the price are willing to do some of everything and anything if you hit their price.
Jesus Christ, man.
And when you look at, I did a video on this a while back. When you look at a young kid, there was a kid, he's like maybe 5 to 7.
Okay.
He was show whatever, America's Got Talent or whatever. And they asked him, what would he do when he won the $1 million or whatever it was.
Yeah, right.
5-year-old kid, buy my mama a house.
Just
It's
like
the
that.
same thing with the girls. Like, see, a mother in that environment will send her son out there, man. She won't even try to stop him or anything.
Nope.
Go out there, sell whatever you need to sell, take whatever penitentiary chance you need to take, get killed, whatever you need to do, as long as you can pay my bills.
That's right.
And with her daughter, who can't get out there and hustle like that, she got that one thing she can sell and make some money off of it. And in this situation, it's not often that your daughter has access to a man.
That's
like
true.
Who getting that money? This when R. Kelly was doing this, he was the man.
Yeah, yo. It's like he was worth 8 figures, bro. Like,
He was
man.
R&B, period. Well, no matter what anyone said. So when you look at these things, here's a woman who says, okay, I'm going to take advantage of R. Kelly and my daughter. Whatever I need to do to get what I need to get. Don't care what happened to her daughter. Don't care what happened to R. Kelly, as long as she can get what she can get.
Wow.
Now with Kels, the people around Kels when he was getting money, they were enabled.
Yes. Dude, I was just going to say it. That's right. That's
record
right.
executives.
His
all
brother.
couldn't let him go down because he was worth too much money. He was making everybody too much money.
Yeah.
Now, the people around you, they got a price too. They ain't got no money. You the breadwinner.
Right.
Their price is whatever they can get out of you, and they ain't gonna throw no monkey wrench at no plan. Forget that little girl. Forget those teenagers.
Wow.
Forget everybody. As long as we can protect him. We say a lot now, he needs to be protected at all costs. But sometimes that shit don't work because the motherfucker don't need to be protected.
Right.
This could have been stopped a long time ago. And like I say all the time, man, whatever you do in the darkness will eventually come to light.
That's true.
When you make these decisions, whatever decision you make, you got to be prepared to deal with the consequences and repercussions. And I say one more quick thing. Addressing what Miles said about the sentencing, let's call it variations, for lack of a better way to put it. I had a homie, man, and he was my plug. He got caught with 1 ounce of hard.
Okay. Okay.
Like 6 months later, his plug got caught with 2 keys of soft.
Oh, shit.
And he got more time for the ounce of hard than his plug got for the 2 keys of soft.
How the fuck does that happen?
For the hard, which is what the black guys always sold in the hood. Lenient as hell, man. Sometimes probation for a brick of soft.
2 bricks.
2 bricks. He got less time than my
Unbelievable.
fucking
Believable, man.
And I knew then that, hey, man, you got to watch what you do out here, because
God
when it comes to
damn.
you, depending on what color you are, they're going to throw the book at your ass. And so I think
Oh my God.
if more people thought about that, then less people would be like, okay, well, you know what? He got everything he deserved. He got blah, blah, blah. Nah. If that woman got 20 years, hey, man, let's get Kel 17.
Yeah, right? Right. Dude, 1 ounce to 2,000 grams, bruh. Oh my God, dude, that is insane. Oh my God.
Yeah, man.
Holy shit, man. Hey, it's the black man drug versus the white man drug. That's really what it comes down to. Alpha Villains, what you got on the Kells situation? Yep.
Man, I'm not. It's unfortunate, man. I am not surprised by the mother doing that. Like you guys touched on, man. Most mothers, especially single mothers, they raise their daughters to emulate their lifestyle, right? So if they're miserable, they don't want the woman to be happy. So if they're single, they selfishly live vicariously through the daughter.
Yeah, they do.
And they'll do everything in their power to kind of interrupt a woman's happiness. If you're dating a woman and she starts to become unrecognizable to her family will typically, and they can't get shit from you guys, they're gonna try to destroy the relationship you're having because they don't want you to take away their daughter because she's selfish. I always tell guys, man, you have to focus on what a woman is as opposed to who she is. Who she is, she's your mother, but what she is, she's a woman. Most women are very selfish, and
Right.
most of them are miserable. And at the end of the day, most women don't want their kids to be happier than them. And if they are happier than them,
Wow.
it comes at the price. Like BOA said, you got to buy me a fucking house. You got to pay my bills. You got to pay for restaurants and trips and
God
shit like
damn,
that. So
dude.
at the end of the day, for guys like us who are spitting this game, we teach men how to not get finessed. And when a woman sees that you can't finesse us, the mother-in-law is going to get involved in your relationship because she knows that she can't get shit from you guys.
Jesus.
So
man.
you see these mothers that they sexualize their daughters because they're living vicariously through them. They don't look like that, but their daughters are like that. The prom pictures and shit like that. They're doing twerking competitions. So at the end of the day, I am not surprised that this woman did this to the daughter. And it just goes to show you, man, how disgusting and how diabolical a woman can be
Shit,
when
real
she
talk.
really wants something, man. So this is what we do because we have to. You're not supposed to hate a woman, but you're supposed to know the capabilities and
Right.
the lengths that a woman will go to getting what she wants. And if you are up on game and you can't get finesse, it's going to turn away a lot of women. But the women that do stick with
There you
are
go.
the ones that you want to get invested to.
Listen, what you and BOA just said, this was not even about the daughter. And what's really sad about this is this is unfortunate. And it really, and I don't even have kids, but I can't imagine using my kid as a means to an end at her expense. I can't even wrap my mind around that. Like you're essentially pimping out your daughter because you want a house on the hill. You know what the hell R. Kelly's been doing. You know who and what he is. But you're going to talk about, girl, you better give him a massage or somebody else will. It blows me away. The last thing I'll say on R. Kelly is this. One thing that black women had a point on, and I don't agree with black women on a lot, but I do agree with him on this. This just proved how unprotected black girls are. Because I'm going to tell you this. R. Kelly was fucking with Tamaras and Latanzas and Lakeishas, but if he was fucking with Megans and Hollies and Samanthas, his black ass would have been in jail a long goddamn time ago. If her hey, look, he fucked with Aaliyah Houghton, but if Aaliyah Houghton were Leah Houghton from like Minneapolis, Minnesota, R. Kelly's black ass would still be in prison today. There is absolutely no fucking way they would let a nigga like him fuck around with their underage white girls. So this just goes to show, and again, I don't agree with black women on much, but this to me was a gross miscarriage of justice for little black girls. A lot of these women have grown up to be very damaged and very angry. I can't say I'm mad at them. Something bad was happening to them and nobody did anything about it. Dude, R. Kelly hid in plain sight. He was at the high school recruiting other girls to run the... And nobody did anything about it. Unbelievable. Let's go around the panel. Final thoughts and tell the people where to find you. Miles, fire first, man.
Final thoughts, man. It don't make no sense to say it, but free R. Kelly because I'm a super fan of his music.
Yo, his music is the shit. Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, R. Kelly is responsible for like almost 50% of the ass I got like in the 90s. I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. R. Kelly's my guy. Like
I was getting ready to go see one of my joints this weekend, and I had to send the Your Body's Calling Me. I had to send it real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm trying to tell. Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
You know what I mean?
The I Don't See Nothing Wrong remix, the slow remix. Oh shit. Don't get me started.
You know
Don't
what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got to send that little text to get the foreplay started.
You feel me? Right, exactly.
So, I mean, so free R. Kelly. But man, other than that, man, women, I feel like women, I feel like we have to have faith in our ability as men to have game and to be leaders and to be warriors and not only to provide financially but to provide spiritually and socially for our women, and to seek out those women who are coachable and really coach them. You understand? If you happen to find a woman that's coachable, don't let her go astray, man. Like, you know, coach her, like bring her under the wing. Shit, if you ain't trying to smash, at least give her something to do. You understand? Right. Your leadership somehow. You know, the same way that you would put a young man under your leadership and be a mentor to him. Same type of things. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of it still falls back on us as the men, you know, to be responsible with the knowledge, to be responsible with the infrastructure and the resources that I was describing before. And, you know, and that's pretty much it. Guys, you could find me at the Bad Boy membership. Go to badboymembership.com. I also have another membership coming out at the end of the month. It's coming out July 31st. Oh, it's going to be called the Masculine Identity Membership. So be on the lookout for that. So yeah, man. But in the meantime, you can definitely go ahead and join the Bad Boy membership at badboymembership.com. It's your boy Miles Cunningham. I appreciate you, Donovan, for having me, and respect to the rest of the panel. I appreciate you,
Miles. My sincerest thanks, sir. Appreciate that. Afi Kingdom.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate everybody up on here. AV, Miles, BOA. Shout out to Jap. I hope everything is copacetic. You know what I'm saying? I was waiting for him to pop up.
He's fucking with white girls, man. Look, he's fucking with white girls. He ain't coming, man. He ain't gonna be in here, man. You fucking with the white girls, man. It's like, yo, my girl's car broke down. I was like, oh shit. There he goes with the Heathers and the Hollies. All right, it is what it is, man. I know all about it.
Hey. Yes. Okay. Hey. I ain't got no white ones in the rotation, so I don't know. I ain't got one right now. I gotta give me one. But
man, it's snowing in this motherfucker. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah. You guys follow my YouTube channel. Check out some content. Leave some comments at AFI Kingdom. Afi. You put them fire signs in the chats when y'all watch these videos. If you look it up, Afi actually means fire. That's why I do that.
Oh, no shit. Okay, I like that.
Yeah. So subscribe to the YouTube channel. Secondly, get follow me on Amazon. I got 30 books ranging from Dark Triad Game, Pimp Game, Motivation.
Wow, and 30 books?
Yeah, man.
God damn. Okay. Yeah, we got to put your
right here. It's all me, player.
Wow. So you really are an artist. How about that? So you paint and you write.
Yeah, man.
Man of many talents.
And see that has the women come cold approach you. You do cool shit. Then women want to talk to you. Do stuff other than smoke weed and go to the club. Be like BOA and be master level pitchers.
Right.
I love cool
it.
Stuff. But so follow me on Amazon, check out the books, and then follow me on Instagram. Tap in with me. It's International Afi.
Yes, sir.
And then the website for a consultation, if you need a consultation, is dominancemindset.org.
dominancemindset.org. Afi, thank you very, very much. You kicked ass tonight, man. I appreciate that. BOA, man, what you got?
You're muted, buddy.
Unmute yourself. Oh, there he goes. That's all right. He's pulling it out.
I don't really do a lot of panels, man. So
that's all good.
So, but yeah, man, listen, man, it was a bang up show, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm loving this panel, man, the energy of it, man. This is gonna be a phenomenal season.
Yes, it is.
And, you know, it seems like it's gonna be a little bit different than it's been in the past with this one, man. So,
yeah, man.
Listen, man, y'all find me on just Book of Alpha Running Me everything. IG book_of_Alpha Running Me. YouTube Book of Alpha Running Me. TikTok, Book of Alpha Running Me. Y'all go to bookofalpharunningme.com, man. Listen, I appreciate y'all supporting the Alpha music, man. So far, man, we've moved 5,000 copies of it, man.
Wow.
Grabbing it, man. We got Pimp Motivation 101 coming on 9/11.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Do it on 9/11. So this is going to be a major release, man. We're coming with videos for all the singles for that one, man. So listen, man, I appreciate the support. Y'all keep grabbing it, man. Keep pushing it. Keep promoting it. You need a consultation, man, to get your mind right. Everything you need is right over there, man. Salute to the brothers on the panel, man. Let's do this.
Congratulations, bro.
Yeah, congratulations, man. Good job.
Come on, baby.
It looks like Afi's over there with what appears to be a cheat code over there. Your dog is very dude. Listen,
Furry cheat code.
small cute dogs are the fucking cheat code. Those are the panty droppers for sure. AV man, final thoughts and where can people find you, man?
Listen, man, this was awesome. I'm looking forward to
Yes, sir.
this season. This season is gonna be like B always says, a new energy, man. We're gonna light Sunday nights.
Yes, sir.
Up. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Alpha Villains. Check out my YouTube channel, Alpha Villains. I got a morning show, Finish Your Breakfast with AV, 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about, are millennials happy as they seem on social media?
Ooh, uh-oh.
I appreciate everybody. Man, keep grinding. Don't ever fucking stop. I'll see you guys next week.
Very nice. That is going to do it for this, the first season, Jesus Christ. The first episode of the 6. We greatly appreciate all of you for joining us. Tune in on Sunday evenings at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Rida with the $5 super chat says, as wrong as R. Kelly was for doing what he did, many of these young girls were willing participants. Okay. All right. Thank you guys very, very much for all of your super chats and your positive energy. Here's to a dynamite season. We'll see you guys next week.